In the peaceful village of Agilet, Ade and Mario were known as the perfect couple. Their love was strong, their laughter contagious, and their unity admirable. When they got married, the whole village celebrated, believing their union would bring blessings to the community. However, barely 3 months after their wedding, their once joyful home became a battlefield. Small misunderstandings turned into heated arguments. Mario, once patient, now snapped at Ade over little things. Ade, once gentle, now raised his voice at the slightest provocation. At first, they thought it was just normal marital adjustments, but the quarrels grew worse. Every night, Maria would wake up gasping, feeling like something was pressing her chest. She could hear faint whispers in the dark, but when she turned, nothing was there. Ade, too, began having strange dreams. Dreams where he was fighting a faceless shadow that always seemed to be laughing at him. He would wake up exhausted, as if he had truly been in a battle. One evening, Ade's grandfather, Baba Ogunle, visited them. As soon as he stepped into their home, he paused and sniffed the air. "There is something here that does not belong," he said sternly. He called Ade outside and whispered, "You and your wife are fighting the wrong battle. The real enemy is unseen. Have you prayed together?" Ade shook his head. Since the quarrels began, they had stopped praying as a couple. Mario's mother also came to visit that same night. She took her daughter aside and said, "A house where prayers cease is like a home with open doors during Harmattan. Strangers will enter." She warned Mario that sometimes jealousy and unseen forces work against marriages, especially when they are destined for greatness. That night, Mario had a terrifying dream. She saw an old woman in tattered clothes sitting in their living room, whispering into her ears. "Ade does not love you," the woman said. "Look at how he speaks to you. Fight back. Show him you are not weak." Then the woman turned and whispered into Ade's ear, "Mario is disrespecting you. You are the man. Make her submit." Suddenly, a blinding light shone in the dream, and the whispers turned into screams. A deep voice echoed, "This battle is not of flesh and blood. Fight it the right way." Maria woke up sweating and shook Ade awake. "We need to pray," she whispered urgently. For the first time in months, Ade and Mario held hands and prayed. As they prayed, the atmosphere in their home felt different. The whispers stopped. The nightmares ended. They continued to pray daily, filling their home with worship and scripture. Slowly, their love was restored. The petty quarrels disappeared. They forgave each other and became more united than ever. One night, Ade had another dream. This time, he saw the faceless shadow again, but it was weak and trembling. "Why are you leaving?" Ade asked in the dream. The shadow whispered, "You stopped feeding me." Ade woke up with a start and realized what it meant. Every argument, every unforgiveness, every bitterness had been feeding the enemy. But through prayer and love, they had starved it away. They went to visit Baba Ogunle and told him everything. The old man smiled and said, "Now you understand. Not every quarrel is normal. Sometimes the enemy sneaks in, unseen, whispering into hearts, creating chaos." He looked at Ade and Mario and said, "Never stop praying together. Never stop protecting your home spiritually. A marriage without God is like a house without a roof, open to every storm." From that day, Ade and Mario became stronger, not just as a couple, but as warriors in the spirit. Their story spread across Agilate, and many couples who had been struggling in their marriages began to understand that not every battle is fought with words. Some battles must be fought on their knees. Unseen forces can influence conflicts. Some arguments in relationships are not just natural, but spiritually influenced. Prayer is a powerful weapon. A couple that prays together fights battles together and stays strong. Forgiveness starves the enemy. Holding on to grudges gives room for division. But love and forgiveness weaken the plans of darkness. Spiritual awareness is key. Not every problem should be solved physically. Some require spiritual discernment.